Vlog. Sunday night vlog. Long weekend vlog. What is a vlog? Why has it been a long weekend, I hear you ask? Well, funny you should say. Let me tell you. Firstly, you'll see that the light is very sinister in here this evening. It's kind of... I look like I'm being interrogated by the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition! Because I'm in a different room. I've moved around. If I switch the big light on, you can probably be seeing me behind me. Robots. Don't like this. I didn't have the slightest idea I had a fraction of that many robots. I'm quite embarrassed, really. Because it means I've been doing an awful lot of buying just for buying's sake instead of that horrible buzz you get when you get new plastic. That horrible feeling of it's so good, and I know I've been doing it, and it's quite repugnant. I shouldn't do it. I should think about my purchases first and just get the robots that I really like. I'm a glutton for movie toys because I want them all. I didn't realise that Dave at All the Cool Stuff had laser beaks. I would have put one of them to one side, but it was the toy fair up at Fleming Park Leisure Centre in Eastleigh, which is only 6-8 miles down the road, and I spent a lot of money. Revenge of the Fallen Thundercracker, the Starscream remake. I bought Nitro Bumblebee. I bought Generations Warpath. I bought something else. Most of my new stuff's upstairs. I bought cup heads. Still haven't fixed them on, but I've bought some cup heads. I like them. They're very good. They're tiny. They're smaller than I expected them to be, but the Saigar one's just awesome. What else did I get? I'm gonna have to show you. I'm doing this again. This seems to be my thing for this evening. Planet.
James Kirk, commanding the Starship Enterprise. Mr. Scott, ready to transporter.
But it's got lots of those. I'm not going to play them all for you. But if you just hold it down, it just becomes a beautiful ornament. And if you forgive me, I'm going to turn this screen around and just see what you can see. So if you put that like that, and then turn the lights off, it does that. You can just see the blinky blinky lights. And I know sort of keeping it like that. Transformers is on in the background, by the way. Channel 4. Is there any room left on that bandwagon? Let's not go there. Anyway, I bought that. 15 quid. I love it. And I bought a cup with Target Master and the original weapon and the Japanese little playing card things that come with them, and a G1 wheelie, G1 cup obviously, for £25. Very pleased with that. I don't really want it. I kind of wish I could sell it, so I just had it for a little while to say that I've had it so I can play with it and then sort of sell it on to someone. G1 doesn't turn me on anymore. I like it. I like the cartoons and I like the toys and stuff, but I love the new stuff too much. I just want big, bulky, chunky, click-click toys. And that's not really G1. So, that was yesterday. Can I point out during this part that it was stinking hot. I met a man. I was hot and I was just mismatched, but summary, very mismatched. Here, I'll show you. There's a photo. Really mismatched. And then we went indoors where it was even hotter, and then met a man in an Optimus Prime outfit with glowing blue eyes, which I loved. It was very cool. The show wasn't anywhere near as good as the last one, but they had loads more with regards to the spendable side of things, and I could have. They had an Ertl Enterprise Through the Ages kit, which was a NTC 1701D, NTC 1701 and a 1A refit. And it was 28 quid, and I had it when I was a child, and it was one of those things where I know if I got it again I would just love to take time over it and show it some love and do it properly. I didn't buy it, I'd spent all my money. I told you half the stuff that I bought. You can imagine how much I've spent, and that was all out of AA money, so that I'm down on this month, so I've got to put another 40 quid back in just to make up to kind of where I want it to be. Anyway. Ooh, gay. Anyway. Today, I woke up this morning intent on being busy and didn't even start putting together the 5 Awesome Transformers Guys video till 10:30, and really quite enjoyed it actually. I knew what I wanted, I knew what I wanted to say. It was 6 minutes long, including a little bit in the middle of some photos. It is very chavvy and it really does describe me very, very well. That's just all there is to it. I can't be any better or any worse than that. It's tough, and I loved every second of it. We're a bit down on views this season. We've had 5 weeks off. I think people aren't expecting to see us. I'd like to think over the next couple of weeks that it would be better. I would say to my other 5 Awesome Transformers guys that next week, and I don't mean this in a demeaning way in the least, but let's really pull the rabbit out of the hat bag. Other sort of motivational things to say. Let's generate some interest, because we were doing 60, 80 and now we're not. So let's do a really good one, shall we, next week, and let's get back into the 80s for that. That'll be. I've seen Dark of the Moon. Okay. I'm kind of waiting. I need it to kick in quicker, so. Wow. I've seen Dark of the Moon in 3D and I've seen Dark of the Moon in 2D, and trust me, if you're going to go and see it, go and see it in 2D. See it in 3D by all means. And I met Adam White yesterday. Adam White, hello Adam White. We had a good chat about modifying, which I found rather obscure because I've modified one Transformer that everyone, you're a bit tilted. One Transformer that everybody seems to have liked. He was all talking to me about stuff, and I did lots of it when I back in the day, but I haven't. The Roadbuster's the only one I've really done or touched in, a while, like 10, 20 years, 20 really. And he was talking to me like I knew all about it, which I found flattering but odd. But I've told him, and if you watch, get on Skype to me. It's just Dave Mintz, just one word, Dave Mintz. And come and talk to me, and we'll sort out doing a Skystalker and making it look like our project. Your project. I'm not stealing it, honest. Completely lost. I got well sidetracked then. I can't remember. Oh, Dark of the Moon. I was talking about Dark of the Moon. Okay. 3D, went to see it in 3D. Adam said. Anyway, Adam said that when you see it in 3D, you tend to watch the parts that the director thinks that you should be watching, which means you detract away from the rest of what the film's doing. That's not my clever thing to say. He apologised at the time for saying something that was possibly just overly nerdy a little bit. I didn't mind. I thought it was a very clever thing to say. I liked it. But 3D was complicated and there was too much going on, and because it was, it was my second 3D film. The first one was Green Lantern. Maybe I haven't watched one of those amazing 3D movies. I wish I'd gone to see Avatar in 3D, but I didn't. But essentially, it's just, how can I put this? Okay, I'm not drunk. I'm drinking. The whiskey is very good when it's going down. I'm definitely going to sleep now. Sentinel Prime broke my heart. as a dirty red, as someone who's so into Prime culture, I did a video a little while ago for 580G where I thought I'd get all my primes out, and I've got a lot of primes, and I didn't realise. It caught me off guard. I didn't realise I was an Optimus Prime fan until I found out that I was an Optimus Prime fan. So to have another Prime come along by way of Sentinel and have such an amazing toy figure that isn't very poseable, actually. It's a really good statue and looks excellent, but if you want him to make him look menacing, he has to sort of lean forward like a ski jumper. I'm not keen. And then to watch the film, spoilers by the way, I'm going to spoil the living crap out of it now, so please turn off or jump forward like a minute and a half, or I might put an annotation. I might not bother. Just turn off now because the rest is going to be boring anyway. Sentinel Prime turned to a bad guy, killed Ironhide, and was just generally an arsehole. That caught me off guard. When he was stood in Nest headquarters and just started fucking shit up. When he was supposed to be the good guy, when Sam had come along and said, no, this is all part of an elaborate plot, and you guys are falling for it because that stupid wench that was running the security people, she was shit. She was a shit actress. She had a shit role. She was shit. Sentinel turned in the middle of the Hornet's Nest. He was surrounded by good guys, and no one stood a chance. He just went fuck up, balls out crazy, and shot shit. Inanimate shit, robot shit, human shit. He didn't care. He just went bang, bang, bang. He would have, if I tell you what, if he'd have been like ethnic, he'd have held his gun sideways, so it would add like 2% more chance of hitting you. It was horrific, and I was sat in the cinema, avoiding all the spoilers for weeks and weeks and weeks. Not a clue of what's really going to go on. Next thing I know is like the person that I was expecting to be the absolute hero of the day just turned like a filthy, dirty bitch. Stunned. Actually just sat in my seat, and I think Helen looked at me and laughed because I'm literally sat there like that with 3D glasses on. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what was happening, and this film had that effect on me twice, and I mean a real kind of, I felt real emotion from it. I really felt, you know, when this is what I did. You know, when you're in with someone who's in your passenger seat of someone who's driving and you're not particularly confident in what they're doing, you tend to press your braking foot right into the carpet as if to say, "Put the brakes on, you can't drive," and you push back like that. I did that when Optimus Prime had his arm wrenched off. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to look. I actually felt properly horrified for that little moment. Now you lot are gonna mock me for this. You're all gonna say, "Dave, you retard, it's just a film." But I'm glad I felt like that. I'm absolutely glad I felt like that, because it means it gave me kind of what I wanted from it. What I was very disappointed in is when we walked out of the cinema and everywhere was empty because we went to the wrong cinema, because I just got the tickets at the first one that would let me buy tickets, and Dean and everyone else went to a different cinema where they all had fun together instead of just us two. Could have had a pint first, didn't go so well. We came out and she just went, "Oh, I didn't like that." Didn't like it. Watched it a second time in 2D and she absolutely loved it. I think it makes a lot more sense. I was talking to Dave KP and he said the same thing. It makes an awful lot more sense when you watch it a second time round. I like having someone to talk Transformers to. I don't do it very often. It's nice. Skype's good. I should be on it more. Anyway, I think the rest of the story that I kind of got waylaid on is today I've moved rooms. I've taken very quick sporadic bits throughout it, but I've got working television with a picture of Optimus Prime on it. I've got a shelf full of Transformers. I've done 7 boxes. 7 boxes of robots. and I've still got 3 or 4 more to go, and I can't bring them all downstairs. I've now got to the stage where I'm gonna have to kind of make a decision what stays and what goes. I've never had to do that before, but I'm limited for space, and the space that I've already got dedicated to toys is generous already. And I have bought another stand like that one to go in the corner over there, but I'm a bit worried that I'm just going to bump it all the time and all the figures are going to fall over. And it's hot. And work's going incredibly well. I'm not going to talk about it, I don't want to jinx it. All I'm going to say is 95% of proper business is done at the bar. Because I went out Saturday night and I had 7-8 pints by 9 o'clock. I started drinking. I had a beer in my hand at 4 at work because we knew we were going out. And I was trolleyed in no time at all, which was great until I had to go to sleep, and then I felt a little bit sick. And possibly shouldn't have had the 2 gingerbread men that I had before I went to sleep as well, because they made me feel a little bit sicker. But at the time it seemed like a wonderful idea. This is SMS number 1 from his new room saying, big up your bad selves. And where are all the videos? Make more videos, people. There's been very little in the way of videos. And not about bloody bugmen. Make videos about proper toys. I don't really mean that. You enjoy your bugmen. It's absolutely fine because I like my Star Trek, but I can't watch the bugmen videos. I'm not into it.